Math Essentials, Algebra 1 packet. We're continuing with problem number 33 and 34. Simplify each expression for these two. Number 33, -4, open bracket, -2, -x, close bracket, plus x. We're going to distribute -4 into those terms that's inside the bracket. So -4 times -2 give you a +8, and the same -4 times a -x give you a +4x plus the x on the outside of the bracket. So when you combine like terms, you end up with 8 plus 4x plus x. 4x plus x is 5x. Therefore, our answer is 8 plus 5x. So that's B. Number 34, -10, open bracket, k minus 8, close bracket, minus 3k on the other side. You're going to distribute the -10 into those terms that's inside the bracket. So -10 times k give you -10k. -10 times -8 give you a +80. And outside that bracket, you have the -3k. So you're going to combine the answer, which is -10k, and the -3k, which is a -13k. So your answer is -13k plus 80, which is C. Solve each equation for the indicated variable. Number 35, I think I found a discrepancy in what they gave you guys to do, but this is how I would do it. The problem is m over x is equal to p minus n. Solve for x. What I did was I needed to isolate x by itself, so I had to get rid of that m that's in the numerator. So I multiplied m over x times the 1 over m, right? To get rid of that m. So I ended up with x is equal to m p minus mn, which is m times p minus n. That solution was not a part of the answers, so we're going to have to review that one. Number 36. U is equal to x minus k plus y. We're solving for x. I ended up with x is equal to u plus k minus y. Right? Because you're isolating that x by itself. So what you did was you moved over the minus k, which became a plus k, and the plus y became a minus y. That's why we have u plus k minus y is equal to x. So the answer is C for that one. Evaluate each expression. Number 37. 12 divided by 3 times 4. I ended up with 16. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Number 38. 4 minus 2 minus 1. My answer is D. It's a 1. 4 take away 2 is 2, right? 2 take away 1 gives you 1. That's why D is the answer. Number 39. 2 squared minus 1. 2 squared is the same as 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 gives you 3. Number 40. Evaluate each using the values given. For this, we're given x as 4 and z as 1. The problem given to us is x, open bracket, x minus 1, close bracket, minus z. We're going to replace x as 4. Wherever there's an x, you put a 4 there. So 4, open bracket, 4 minus 1. Wherever there's a z, you put a positive 1. And when you solve all that, you end up with the answer of 11, because 4 times 4 is 16, minus 4 times 1, negative 1 is 4. Whatever the answer, whatever you solve it, you just go across, you just replace those values in there. But I came up with 11. I don't know what you're going to come up with, but you're just plugging in 4 for x and 1 for z, right? Number 41. M minus p plus p. P plus p divided by 4. You're given m, the value of m is 4, and the value of p is 2. Wherever there's an m, you put a 4 there. Wherever there's a p, you put a 2. So I came up with answer number 3. Number 42. You're given the value for x is 5 and the value for y is 5. The problem is 4x plus y plus x equal what? I came up with D. The answer is 30. Number 43. X plus y over 2 plus y. Replace x with 3 and replace y with 2. So when I solve all that, I came up with the answer A. Number 44 and 45, you're going to simplify. Your answer should contain only positive exponents. I came up with, for number 44, I came up with D. For number 44, 1 over 2x to the 6th power. And then number 45, I came up with D, 2x over y 3. Number 46, you're going to factor each completely. Number 46, 4n squared minus 25. You're going to use the FOIL method. First, outer, inner, last. So you're going to FOIL it. By the time you FOIL it, because you have that negative 25 at the end, I came up with the answer C, which is 2n plus 5 in one bracket. 2n plus 5 times 2n minus 5. Number 47. You're going to FOIL this one also. 25n to the 2nd power, or 25n squared, plus 45n plus 16. By the time you finish FOILing that, first, the first outer, inner, and last, I ended up with a perfect square, which is 5n plus 4 square. Open bracket, 5n plus 4, close bracket, square. Number 48, you're going to draw a graph for each inequality. Number 48, r is less than or equal to -3. I came up, my answer is D. And because it has a less than or equal sign, it is it includes the -3. So r is less than or equal to -3. So everything on the number line that's less than -3, that's what r is. So r is -4, -5, -6, -7, all the way to infinity. And you're going to, it's not an open circle. You bubble it in because of the equal sign. Okay? Number 49, n is less than or equal to 2. There you go with the less than or equal to. That means you're going to bubble in the circle. So I came up with, my answer is B. So I'm bubbling, I'm starting from +2 and I'm going left. So in anything that's less than or equal to 2, that's where the number line goes. So 1, 0, -1, -2, all the way to infinity. That is the answer, B. Number 50. 2 is less than -b. Because there's not an equal sign under the expression there, my answer is D. So I do not bubble in the circle. So 2 is less than -b. So all of B is going to be, the answer is not going to be bubbled then. So I chose D. We start with 2 is less than whatever that is. Number 51, 4x minus 3y equal -6. And we're going to sketch the graph of each line, and this is how I usually look at it. This is a positive slope. Let me see. When I solve the equation, I end up with -3y is equal to -4x minus 6. So I'm going to solve that. So we need to get rid of that -3 that's next to the y. So I have -3y divided by -3 is equal. So y is now equal to -4x divided by -3 and -6 divided by -3. So y is equal to positive 4x over 3 plus 2. And because now it's in the slope intercept form, y equal mx plus b, it's the slope, the rise over run, it's a positive. So I chose my answer to be C. C is going positive. And we start at the y-intercept, which is the +2. So we start at 2, and then we rise 4 over 3. We rise 4, we go up 4, and we run across 3. So you go up from 2, from +2, you go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go across 1, 2, 3. So my answer is C. Number 52. X plus y equal negative 2. I chose B for my answer. By the time I finished solving it, I ended up with a negative y equal negative 1x or negative x minus 2. So you start at negative 2, and it's a negative slope because of that negative x. So it's a negative slope. This is why I chose B. It's a negative slope. (53) 5x plus y equal negative 2. By the time you isolate the y by itself to get the y equal mx plus b, I ended up with the answer A. I end up with a negative slope. Y is equal to negative 5x minus 2. So I end up with starting at the negative 2, and then you're going to have negative 5x. Because of that negative 5x right there, it lets you know that it's a negative slope. The negative 5x makes it a negative slope. Number 54. 2x minus y equal negative 1. By the time I solved everything, I end up with y equal 2x plus 1. So that's a positive slope. The 2x makes it a positive slope. And we start at the y-intercept of 1. So my answer is C. It's a positive slope. It's going that way. Number 55. Sketch the graph of each linear inequality. I end up with answer A. Y is less than 2x plus 3. And because it's less than, there's a dotted line. My answer is going to be the one with the dotted line. So don't look at the one that has a solid line. So we have 2 solid line in the answers and 2 dotted line. But I started at the my y-intercept is because it's positive, it's going to go this way. So my answer is A, because this is positive 2. And you start at, your y-intercept starts at 3, positive 3. Okay? And you're going to shade in, you're going to include the 0. Okay? You're including the 0. For example, y is, if you plug in 0 for where that x is, y is less than 2 times 0 plus 3. 0 is less than 0 plus 3. Is 0 less than 3? Yes. Therefore, you shade in the 0 in your shaded answer. You're shading everything from next to that dotted line. You make sure you shade in the 0. That's how you determine if you should shade left or shade right. If you shade left or shade right of the line. Okay? You shade in that 0, 0, that center vertex. Number 56. Y is greater than or equal to 7 over 5x plus 4. My slope is positive. It's a positive slope, so I'm going to go this way. And because it's greater than or equal to, that's a solid line. So I chose C. And to prove it, when you do your proof, you say y is greater than or equal to 7 over 5. If you plug in 0 for y and you plug in 0 for x, so y becomes 0. 0 is greater than or equal to 7 over 5 x. Wherever there's an x, you put a 0. Wherever there's a y, you put a 0. So we end up with 0 is greater than or equal to 0 plus 4. So 0 is greater than or equal to 4. Is 0 greater than or equal to 4? No. Therefore, you do not shade in the 0. So this is why my answer is C. I shade in to the left of the line. That way I don't shade in that 0. Number 57. Y is greater than or equal to negative 3 over 2x negative 3. Because it is a negative slope, I know that my answer is going to go this way, okay, on this quadrant. So I chose A for my answer. And to prove it, I'm going to plug in 0 for x and 0 for y. So I have 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 3. Is 0 greater than or equal to minus 3? The answer is yes. Therefore, on that line, make sure you shade in the vertex is 0, 0, right? On the number line. Make sure you shade in that direction. That's number 57. Number 58, solve each inequality. I ended up with answer number A. For some reason, they didn't have the right answer in here also. The answer is A is greater than negative 8. That's what I ended up with. Number 59, I came up with answer B. 108 is greater than negative 4 times 4b plus 1. By the time I solve it, my answer is all the b's are less than negative 7. Right? My answer is B is less than negative 7. So the answer is B for number 59. We'll do one more. Number 60. Negative 90 is less than 6, open bracket, 3 plus 6x, close bracket. I came up with answer D. X is greater than or equal to negative 3.